Good evening, everyone, from Indianapolis for an important Game 3.
I expect the place to be nuts tonight. They got a 2-0 lead, and they know you win tonight and put this thing 3-0, then it's...
Come on. What we talking about? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're going to be dishing and swishing tonight. It's got to be a collective effort, and all the Knicks with the knack to come away with a victory tonight.
Here we go, y'all. Let's go. Let's get to it. Here we go. 3, 1, 2, 3.
Game 3 is underway. The Pacers won the first game by 3, in overtime the second game by 5.
Come on. Get up. Hey. Hey.
Halliburton flips it up off the glass and in. McConnell drives it the other way. He got into the lane. He fades right of the lane and got the bounce off the rim.
Good quarter. Good quarter, baby. Good quarter.
Brunson racing up the floor against Neesmith. Ball stolen. Halliburton running with Shepard. Lobs it to the trailer, and Toppin rising above the floor. Flushed it on the catch, and the Pacers lead by 15. Stolen by Halliburton. He'll dunk it with the right hand.
Come on! Come on! Here we go.
The Pacers lead by 20. New York is reeling. They are on the precipice of disaster.
Come on, baby. Come on, man. Word. Come on.
Shaman up top, sidestep at the foul line, dishes right, open right corner 3 for Bridges. He got it, and the Knicks needed it bad.
McBride. Here is a free shot.
Keep working. Do not let up.
I think it will be a 10-point Pacer lead heading into the fourth quarter.
Towns into Turner. Across the lane with the spin. Good move there by the big cat. Here they come.
There you go, Cat. Yeah, Cat.
Towns having a monster fourth quarter. Now top of the key 3. Got another one. Karl Anthony Towns has taken over. He's brought the Knicks back within 1.
Keep playing fast. Keep talking to each other. Hey, wait through the contact.
Bridges, Tatsu cutting. Towns drives the lane, and he throws it down, and 1. An unbelievable do-or-die fourth quarter from Towns.
A 20-point fourth quarter for All-Star Karl Anthony Towns. And New York's got the lead. What a comeback.
It's our third straight game in this series coming down to the wire.
Halliburton brings it across. Moving off the Turner screen, that got him inside the arc, and his jump shot is good.
98-98. A minute 37 to go in a must-win game 3 for New York. Now it's anybody's game. Inbound to Brunson, near side arc, watched by Neesmith. Takes it to the foul line, pulls up for 2. Floater is good. Brunson delivers.
Wow. There's a reason he was the clutch player of the year. New York Knicks win, down by 20, coming from behind in this big game 3.
Come on. Yeah, Blue.
We have a close-knit locker room, not being discouraged with our deficit. We got together as a team, and we made sure that everyone was encouraging each other and making sure that it's not over. We got to continue to fight to the buzzer. And I'm just proud of the way we responded.
It's our team, man. I think that this whole playoffs, we've just shown that never quit mentality, and things was not looking too bright and it looked pretty dark going into the fourth, but we don't quit. We don't quit to that final horn, and we showed that tonight and found ourselves on the right side.
What a wild one. Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals was the third time this postseason the Knicks have come back from down 20 to win. They're already the first team to do that in a single springtime. And their comeback Sunday night kept them in the series, at least for the moment. Pacers head coach Rick Carlisle says the wild night is par for the playoff course.
They hit some hellacious shots in the game last night. We hit some hellacious shots in the first 2 games. It's a back and forth thing. We got to be ready to come back stronger tomorrow?
I mean, it's always process. That's what it always is. Where can we get better? Offensively, we've had a great series thus far. And defensively, you hold that team like that's 106. That's you should win that game. So we gotta. 100 points isn't us.
When you're down 20 plus, it tests the character of everyone in that locker room and our willingness to not give up and continue to fight. So you got to show that kind of never say quit attitude, and it's a testament to everyone in that locker room.
Game 3 was very much the Karl Anthony Towns game. Knicks were up against it, down 20 in the second quarter, facing an 0-3 hole in the series. Still down 10 through three quarters. Jalen Brunson in foul trouble, and then Cat happened.
And he stepped up and did it all across the board. He dominated the glass. What he had, 15 rebounds. We talked about the 20 points in the fourth quarter. He did it inside, outside. And when he's in the paint, that's when it makes it problems for Indiana, because they have to collapse. He is the best post player in this series. And obviously we know what he can do outside from the perimeter. So when he gets going, he's just like any player. He's an all-star. He's going to make shots, and he made tough shots at a high level. You heard what Rick Carlisle said. What did he say? Hellacious. But that's what they brought him over here to do. And, he delivered. Obviously, you, as a Knicks fan, you want to keep Jalen Brunson out of foul trouble, rather have him on the court. But, this is encouraging to know that even without the clutch player of the year, even though he came in and still made some clutch plays, that this guy can hold it down.
Well, Cat is certainly capable of hellacious shot making.
Yes.
Is it enough to force Rick Carlisle to make some sort of adjustment?
I think that they'll have to make some adjustment. It may not necessarily be personnel, but scheme-wise. The other reality is they scored 42 points in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they didn't score. They did not attack. And I do think that the change of the lineup, because now you go from having Miles Turner on him to Pascal Siakam. So that has a double effect, because it can affect your offense, too, when you've got to now go and deal with the guy who was intent on making sure he imposes will on the post. So they're going to have to figure out their offense, and then they're going to have to figure out how they want to guard Cat. Keep in mind that you would expect Brunson to have a bounce-back game, right? Because he had been dominant the first two games, struggled in this one, but you would assume a great player like that is going to respond with a better performance.
If he can stay on the floor. He's had foul trouble, obviously, in this series. Knicks' defense was great in the second half, fourth quarter in particular, when Indiana shot 26%. And Cat wasn't the only headline from Game 3 with Brunson in foul trouble. Tom Thibodeau probed his bench GA and struck gold.
Yeah, he did. And again, he doesn't have a lot of guys that he trusts, but I think having Josh Hart on that second unit also allow for other guys to have more of an impact. And his bench was really good. They're not going to match necessarily what the Pacers get, because the Pacers bench is a strength. Mm-hmm. Whereas with the Knicks, it's more of a weakness. But he's got to treat his bench the way in baseball. I'll give you a baseball analogy. It's like middle relief. You've got to get minutes. You want to get a few minutes. One of the reasons why Brunson came in and was so effective, I think, because he wasn't tired.
Right.
Wasn't fatigued. And so you got to have enough trust to get guys a few minutes to have your guys be really good down the stretch. And I think that was part of the reason why they were so good in that fourth quarter.
How do the Knicks tie this up?
They got to compete. One, Jalen Brunson's got to be out of foul trouble. He's got to play his normal heavy minutes. And if they're going to continue to go with Josh Hart off the bench, what you kind of alluded to, he brings a calm, a peace, similar to how T.J. McConnell does when he comes into the game for Indiana. You kind of know how they're going to play. It's a way that New York can continue to play a high tempo and kind of run things through someone that Tibbs does trust. But you got to compete. You got to be ready to run, and you got to make shots.
We'll see if Tibbs goes to that bench. Hart, McBride, Shamet, etc. for more minutes, outs. Using the baseball analogy, if you want.
Get a few hours. Got to give us some
In
hours.
Game 4, which happens on Tuesday night in Indianapolis, TNT has it for you. 8 Eastern time coverage right here on NBA TV at 6. And more coming up here as we shift back to the West and more on Game 4